Molini, and welcome to yet another episode of Conversations with Langosi. Now, this is the news commentary section where we will be offering insightful commentary and exploring various perspectives on the stories that shape our world.
Malawi's president, Mr. Lazarus Chakwera, recently announced a bold decision to ban himself and his cabinet from foreign travel. In today's video, we'll delve into the reasons behind this move, its implications for Malawi's government, and its potential impact on the nation's diplomatic relations. So let's dive right in. To fully understand the significance of President Chakwera's self-imposed foreign travel ban, we must first examine the context of Malawi's political landscape. Chakwera came into power in June 2020 following a successful election campaign centered on promises of accountability, transparency, and the fight against corruption. This decision to restrict his own movement and that of his cabinet members abroad appears to be a bold step towards delivering on those campaign promises. Research indicates that previous administrations in Malawi were known for rampant corruption and abuse of power. There were numerous instances where politicians misused public funds, frequently traveling abroad under the guise of official business, but using those trips for personal gain. Consequently, these actions eroded public trust and hindered national development. By imposing this travel ban, President Chakwera is sending a strong message, being that Malawi's government is committed to putting an end to the culture of corruption in politics. This move aims to instill a sense of responsibility and accountability among the president and his members of cabinet. Now, the impact of the president's self-imposed foreign travel ban goes beyond domestic politics, guys. It has its diplomatic implications. For example, foreign travel is an integral part of international relations, which allows leaders to engage with counterparts from other nations, so that they can strengthen alliances and explore economic partnerships. And so maybe people, are debating about this because of that, And it's not just people that are inside Malawi, but also outside, because this on its own has sparked or created a conversation regarding its potential effects, on the country's diplomatic standing. There are critics that argue that the travel ban may isolate the country from the global stage by limiting opportunities for international cooperation and potentially harming the nation's economic growth. The critics believe that by abstaining from foreign travel, the president and his cabinet risk overlooking important networking opportunities and potential investors. Furthermore, they express concerns regarding, their country's representation at major international events and summits. Hey, those critics, you know what? And then moving on, supporters of the travel ban actually highlight the positive aspects of this decision. They argue that the president's decision sets a new precedent for ethical leadership in Africa, sending a message that Malawi is committed to fixing its internal issues before engaging globally. Additionally, it can bolster domestic support for the president's anti-corruption and transparency agenda as citizens witness the commitment of their leaders to effect real change. I also wanted to add, I don't think as a country, they may not be able to have there are state visits, guys, that are crucial. You understand? But I do not want to be quick as to comment because first and foremost, I don't understand. I don't stay in Malawi, so I won't understand the situation. You understand? But I do know how it's like or what it feels like to have government officials that go on these international trips at the expense of the taxpayers' money, at the expense of the country's money. You understand? So instead of spending money on these expensive trips unnecessarily, the president wants to put it into ensuring that basic service delivery is something that is a success and something that they actually do in his country. And he also wants to make sure that, you know, he delivers on the promises that he made. I mean, if he came in 2020 and you're telling me that the previous administration before him were people that would go on these expensive trips under the guise of it being an official state visit, and he comes in and he says, I'm going to stop this. I don't think it was a poorly calculated move. And I don't think he's trying to be populist either. But also, like, that's my personal view. I understand what the critics are saying, but then again, I also understand what the supporters are saying with regards to the decision that the president obviously took, Before I go off topic, let's continue. As we reflect on the ban's broader implications, it's essential to explore the potential benefits and drawbacks of this policy. On one hand, the travel ban may actually offer an opportunity for Malawi's government to enhance internal governance structures and processes, guys. By limiting foreign travel, the president and his cabinet can actually focus on establishing well-functioning institutions, tackling corruption, and delivering on their domestic mandate. However, critics are cautioning that, insulating the government from international exposure and experience may hinder knowledge transfer and limit opportunities for capacity building. Their argument is that engaging in first-hand experiences abroad could actually expose leaders to new perspectives, innovative ideas, and best practices from across the globe. Hence, the absence of such interactions might hamper Malawi's ability to implement efficient policies and reforms in the long run. On this one, I'm leaving the critics, Kesana, because I understand where they're coming from, but then again, their argument, the justification for why they believe that this is not the route that the president must take, paints us, or let me say us first, as Africans, as people who are not innovative or intellectuals, innovative thinkers, so I have a problem with that. It's not as if we aren't, we actually are. It's as if our Malawi cannot now come with innovative ideas, whereas they can. I mean, if you had leaders that could come and go on these international unnecessary trips, /vacations, all in the name of state trips, then clearly you guys know how to devise a plan. You must definitely also have people that actually have ideas that are going to boost the country's economy, ideas that are going to assist in ensuring that the basic service deliveries promises that were made during the president's campaign are actually met. If this man is saying he's against corruption and is for transparency, allow him to do it before slamming him, before even allowing this ban, to show us kahle kahle ukuthi zikhiphani, basically. Long story short, only time will reveal the true impact and effectiveness of President Chakwera's travel ban. By staying true to his commitment to fighting corruption and promoting accountability, he might set the stage for a new era in Malawi's politics, leading to meaningful change and improved governance. I'm actually more hopeful than I am doubtful, because being a South African in a country where we used to have ministers that would go to Dubai with their families with the state's money, so I get it, I really do. But let's see, only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I must say, we did not see this coming.
That concludes today's video. Remember, the goal is not just to inform, but to inspire critical thinking and foster a diverse exchange of ideas. I appreciate the time you've spent with me today and look forward to bringing you more engaging content in future episodes. As always, be sure to follow us, Conversations with Lankosi, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and also our YouTube channel, Chonga. You subscribe, you follow or you subscribe, light the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any new episodes, right? And then please do visit our website, Lankosi Writes, and share your thoughts and feedback. Enkosini for listening to the Conversations with Lankosi podcast. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay empowered.